everybody. Welcome to Candid Conversations. I'm your host, Kyra. How y'all doing today? Y'all enjoying this hot, lovely weather that we are having? Because I'm not. Too damn humid outside for my taste. Um, but I lost my train of thought. I'm your host, Kyra, and we have our co-host, Justin.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And then we
And
have our other co-host. Guess who decided to come and visit with us today? But the one and only Mr. Derek Watson. Uh. But the one Derek, you're not gonna say hi? Seriously, Derek?
is he
Derek!
frozen?
I have no idea what you're doing.
If he not frozen, if he not frozen,
He is
he a
not
bad nigga
frozen.
fake it. Cause he can. Yo, it looked like he dead ass frozen.
Seriously, Derek? He not frozen. Derek is being Derek today for some particular reason.
Damn, you could have fooled me. Damn, I dead ass thought he was frozen.
Why? You know Derek got issues.
Yeah, but he was holding the faces and everything.
Don't pay Derek no mind. Derek is on his kick today, which is okay. He just coming back into the flow of everything. So he been gone for, was it 2 episodes? Was it one, two?
One. Stop being extra.
You sure? You sure it was just one?
We didn't have an episode because you canceled. And then
I canceled.
yes, you canceled.
I did. I canceled.
Sure did. Talking about go out there and vote.
Oh yeah, that's right. And y'all still ain't take y'all butts out there and vote.
Right.
That was crazy.
So yeah, I was very disappointed. But it is what it is, and it's what it's out. So, hey Shima, how you doing? Thanks for joining. I always appreciate you. So, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just bugging right now. So tonight's topic is going to be gun control versus gun rights.
Hmm.
And of course, that comes in the wake of, well, I think today was the day that the children in Texas got buried because of the school shooting. If I'm
Was
not mistaken, they had
was
their
it today?
funerals. I believe they had their funerals today.
Sad.
No,
Just fucking sad. Just sad,
so
man.
that is absolutely horrible. What happened to those? It was 21 children killed, and I believe 3 school teachers um, were shot and killed in Texas at their school, and I believe they were all fourth grade children.
Yeah, they were like all third and fourth grade, I believe. They was little. That's crazy. That's a damn shame.
It's a very sad situation. Um, and this is what sparked all of the talk about gun control, because now people want the gun rights or the gun laws to be switched, to be changed, to make them stricter for people to obtain weapons. And I perfectly and I could definitely understand where people coming from when they are talking about that. I personally, this is just my opinion, and these are my feelings about it. I don't think that by it being stricter laws is going to stop anybody from getting a gun. If you want to do something and you want to commit a crime, you are definitely going to do it. And you're going to obtain that gun legally or illegally to do whatever it is that you want to do.
So I think the issue with the whole situation is not the fact that if people want to do stuff, they're gonna do it anyway. We understand that. The biggest issue for many people, myself included, was the fact that he was able to go and purchase a gun legally. The background checks didn't meet anything. He was just, matter of fact, they were non-existent. He just went out and bought 2 AR-15s. And the only criteria for it was that he was at least the age of 18. That in itself is a problem. Obviously,
okay, but is that just Texas state law? Because we all know that every state has different laws.
Every state has different laws. Not only Texas, you could go to PA and purchase a rifle from Walmart. So it's not only Texas, and I think what the Senate is trying, what the people want the senators to do across all the states is implement the same gun control laws across the board, not basically stopping people from purchasing, but putting in like background checks, making sure that the system across the board is all the same. Because if I can get denied in New Jersey, but drive a few miles over to the state of PA and still get what I want, that in itself is the problem. And I think that's what a lot of people are having issues with, the fact that it's so easy to go get a gun. And not a handgun, because, I got family members that have handguns legally. Derek, I'm sure you know people that have legal firearms. That's not the problem. The issue is, what the fuck do you need a semi-automatic rifle for? I don't need an AR-15. Shot one in the Army, cool beans, too much gun. Even if you're a hunter, you're not going out hunting with an AR-15. So it doesn't make any sense for anybody to have one. And you can talk about protecting people and all that stuff, but as we saw in Texas, those cops were 20 deep and they stood froze for 40 minutes while this kid was out here massacring young kids and adults alike. So I just think that we need to stop being hypocrites. Like our gun enthusiasts need to stop being hypocritical, because it's not about protecting. You just want to have a gun. And it just goes to show that you guys have the right to do something, and you just don't want to do the right thing because you want to stay in power. The gun lobbies have a lot of money, deep pockets, and a lot of influence. And because of that, the people that are in charge, the leaders, the lawmakers, they don't want to make those people unhappy because they know they'll be out of power. So it's just a lot. It's just hard to understand why the people that are in power don't want to do the right things. And that's all it is a fundamental thing. You want to do the right thing. You want to make sure that our kids are protected. And I've been hearing it for the past week now, and I think it's complete and utter bullshit when people say, oh, the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. That is the biggest crock of bullshit I've ever heard. If we go back and rewind toward what happened in Buffalo, where the kid shot up the supermarket, there was a good guy with a gun. And he shot the kid numerous times. But the fucking kid had full body armor on. So
Justin, hold up. I
matter.
want you to finish. I want you to finish your thought. Just give me 1 second.
Go ahead.
We are going to be joined by one of our old co-hosts, which is Jay. Jay, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, man?
Yo, what's good?
All right, I'm good, man. How about you?
Right. Everybody
Yo.
here now, you know, the topic
Hey,
is
yo,
gun
hold on. Yo, this thing on? I'm on?
Yes, it's on.
Hi, what's up?
All right. Don't forget, we're talking about gun control versus gun rights. And Justin was just making a point. So, Justin, go ahead and finish your comment.
No, I just think that the whole notion of good versus evil, or the way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun, is bullshit. Because at the end of the day, if I'm walking around with full body armor and a semi-automatic rifle, and this guy with a 9 try to stop me, I'm gonna light his ass up too. So I mean, it's a damn shame that we have to work so hard to get people to do the right thing. And that's
All
just
right, but I
point.
want to ask you this. I mean, I understand what you're saying about the background checks and all this other stuff, but it's still, and that's a way that he obtained his gun legally. Okay, that's fine, whatever. But how is that supposed to now? Because he already obtained his gun, so how is that supposed to protect the kids?
I'm gonna tell you, if there were stronger security measures in place, he probably wouldn't have been able to get the gun. Or he probably would have had to work harder to get it, because at this point he was able to just walk in and purchase them, and that was the end.
But what would have made it harder for him to get it?
Universal background checks, a complete system that would have been able to check and see if he had any prior issues, prior arrests, prior hospitalizations for mental illness, all that stuff.
But what if he had? Okay, now this is my other question. Now let's say his stuff came back clean. Let's say he never had a record, never was in a mental institution. He came back clean and he was still able to purchase the gun, and he still went and did what he did.
All right, here's the number one issue, right? For me, he picked up two semi-automatic rifles. What the fuck do you need those semi-automatic rifles for? He picked up basically military grade weapons.
But that is his right to do so. If he wanted to buy 10
that's
of them,
the problem right there. What the fuck?
Okay, so therefore, all right. So what you're saying is they should limit. But how many? His right to do so. If he wanted to buy 10 of them,
problem right there. What the fuck?
Okay, so therefore, all right. So what you're saying is they should limit. How many? His right to do so. If he wanted to
That's all, folks.
But that's not me. Who is that?
I don't know. Somebody playing in the background.
Exactly. That's not me because I'm not even on it.
Somebody screaming on their end.
So you saying that they should limit how many guns a person can purchase?
I'm saying they should limit the type of guns people should purchase. Why do you need an automatic rifle that could disperse 1,200 rounds a minute or some shit like that? It's a crazy amount of rounds that you could blow on that gun. Why do you need that? You're not hunting no animals with that kind of gun because you're gonna shred up your animal. If you hunting deer with that, you're gonna shred up the animal. So you're not hunting with that. Why do you need that? That's my opinion. That's my opinion. And people like to chalk it up to mental illness and all this other shit. That's domestic terrorism. If it was a black dude, it would have been a completely different narrative behind it. If he was sick or not, I don't know what the thing is. I just know that a lot of kids got killed unnecessarily. And the gun enthusiasts
and that is and it is a crying shame that those children were murdered in a school. It's a sad situation that did happen. But I'm just saying, my thing is just what is making the laws any stricter than, especially with the background checks, Well, if somebody want to commit a crime, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Period.
Aurora, Colorado, Columbine, Sandy Hook, Texas, all states where you could go and purchase a gun with little to no security measures in place. You could literally go and buy a gun at the freaking local. The place where he bought his guns in Texas is connected to a fucking restaurant.
Okay.
You like
They
that's
gotta-
that like
You
like
do
that's
have to have a
problem
license in
itself.
order
It's
to
too
sell.
easy to get these fucking guns.
He ordered dinner and quick bought a gun on his way out.
Word.
let me get a double
Let me get a
cheeseburger, French
chalupa
fries, and a Diet
pass
Coke.
me one of them
And
AR-15.
matter of fact, the AR-47. Let me get that one. Throw that in the bag too.
Yeah, like that's crazy. It's too easy. It's too easy.
All right.
That's the problem I have with it.
It came with his Happy Meal. It was like,
Yeah, you might as well say that. Like he went and bought a Happy Meal. He opened the box up. Oh, and look, there's a bazooka. Like, what are we doing here?
Hey Jay.
Yo, what's good?
So you tell me how you feel about it.
I
What's your
feel
take?
the opposite.
Well, what's your take on it?
Well, my take on it is there is a background check that you do have to pass when you do purchase a firearm.
What's
The
the
universal at all states, in all of America, you can't buy a gun without a background check. That's already a law. So every time I go to purchase a firearm, whether it be a rifle, a handgun, or anything like that, I gotta fill out a fucking form. And the form, I gotta fill it out, and it goes straight to the ATF, and they call the gun shop, and they say if I'm good or not. If I'm not good, I can't take possession of the weapon. But if I'm good, it goes straight to the ATF, and they call the gun shop, and they say if I'm good or not. If I'm not good, I can't take possession of the weapon. But if I'm good, it goes straight to the ATF, and they call the gun shop, and they say if I'm good or not. If I'm not good,
that's not 100% accurate.
But if I'm good, it goes straight to the ATF, and they call the gun shop, and they say if I'm good or not. If I'm not good,
That's not 100% accurate.
okay,
So
so
what? So what's the accuracy? What is it that he's
Hold
saying that
on,
is
hold on. Let me finish because I got mad feedback. So
yeah,
the thing is,
somebody's on their computer and they
So-
must got a double window open.
so hold on. Let me because I can't hold on. Let me clear all this shit out. Hold on.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Cat and I.
I don't know what happened.
I'm still here.
Justin-
Oh, okay, he back.
Oh, Justin just blacked
I
out.
never
for
left.
a second.
There they go. Everybody's back.
All right, now everybody's back.
All right. So hold on. Let me finish. Right. So if I committed a crime, right, in my past, they will have knowledge of that due to the city, county, or state that I committed that crime in. And that would be recorded on a registry. So whatever I did would come back like, no, he's not eligible to possess a firearm. But if I am eligible, meaning that I didn't commit a crime or anything like that in any of the 50 states, then that means that, okay, give this guy a gun. But what you were speaking about before with the universal background checks, the reason why that's bad is because of just what happened in Canada just yesterday. He just banned all guns, period. Like, everybody can keep the guns they got, but you can't transfer or get any guns out of that country or anything forever. So that means that if I got kids that I want to leave my firearms to, because that's what we do, I can't leave my firearms to them because they're gonna, once I die, they're gonna destroy them. And my kids can't get firearms because that law just got put into place in Canada. So, and Canada had the most stupidest laws with gun laws. Like, they were really strict. Like, the cops over there, some of them don't even carry guns. And you take that into effect with what's going on over here, which I get. Yeah. And it's not all about mental health, because you could take it back to history. You could take it back hundreds of years. There's always going to be an evil motherfucker or evil motherfuckers or whatever that's going to slaughter people, that's going to do stupid shit. But that doesn't take the place of society, of the normal people out in society that don't think the same way.
So
So,
to pick it,
All right,
So-
so wait, let me just say this. Shima commented and she said, I went into the gun shop in Delaware, and because I have a Jersey license, they told me I can only purchase a rifle, not a handgun, without a permit.
that's correct.
That's correct. Okay, so that's correct. So what happens with that is that if I live in another state and I go to another state to purchase like a handgun or something because that's concealable, I can't do that unless I live in that state. But long guns you can purchase because they're
Correct.
not concealable.
Correct.
They're not concealable. So you can literally go to another state and purchase a long gun, but you can't purchase a handgun or a pistol.
Which
So
I think
a pistol, hold on. So let me explain what a pistol is. A pistol is something like this, right? I'm in my car right now. This is why I keep in my car, because I live in a free state. I got an AR pistol, right? So you can't purchase something like that from another state, especially if you live in a restricted state like Jersey, New York, Connecticut, LA, whatever. You can't do it. But if I was to go to like another state over from me, I still can purchase that pistol because I don't live there. So the long guns are like rifles and shotguns and stuff like that. You can't conceal that. In all the states in America, you cannot have a loaded rifle in your car or on your person. That's just the law. That's the federal law. So people mistake federal laws with state and local laws.
but
Everybody
federal
has
laws
their own law.
supersede state laws, and that's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. There needs to
No.
be.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
And that's why I'm
So-
saying there needs to be sweeping reform on the federal level, because the states are going to continue to do what they want. And I think it's only like 21 states out of the whole country that actually observe the universal gun, the universal background checks. So the whole country don't even
Yeah.
observe it.
Yeah. So
Is that
so
right?
so what that does is, okay. So listen. So I'm a good guy. So what that does is it restricts my right to have fun when I'm target shooting or when I am going hunting or whatever, because I live in an unrestricted state. We only go by federal guidelines. We have no
Right.
local gun laws. We have no like I got a Honey Drum magazine in the house right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I can legally own it. But when you go to certain states, that's totally illegal and it's a felony. So I think what they're trying to do is say that because we have the Second Amendment, you shouldn't restrict federally everybody. Now, if you want to go down to the local level, then fine. I'm not going to do this when I'm in your state, or I'm not going to do this when I'm in your state. But don't federally fuck all of them because we don't live in your state. We don't need like that's how come I don't go back to Jersey. Because I know I can't carry. Because I know once the cops stop me, they're going to search my car. And I'm going to have that on me. But I'm legal. But in Jersey, I'm a felon. That's all they're saying. Federally, let everybody do what they want. And then your state, the state, you do what you want. And I stay the fuck out your state. That's it. That's the compromise to me.
All right, Derek, what's your feelings about it? What's your opinion about it?
I think that if we just believe that children are our future, that we can teach them well, and we can let them lead the way, and
Derek,
give them all the beauty that they possess inside.
you know what, Derek?
If we give them a sense of pride to make it easier, and just allow the children's laughter to remind us how we used to be, and I think in reminding us how we used to be, we won't have so many people trying to shoot up.
Lord have mercy. I cannot with you. I just want, since Derek don't have an opinion about it, I just want to put up state what the
I gave an opinion. That was my opinion. What do you mean?
Okay, the
See how you do, Kat?
The gun control, it says gun control is an umbrella term that refers to laws and ordinances that restrict how law-abiding citizens can buy, own, or use firearms. They vary at the federal, state, and local levels, which means that while the Second Amendment protects your right to keep and bear arms, there may be different restrictions placed upon that right depending on where you live.
Exactly, the state. So right now, there's a federal case going on for New York. I don't know if anybody know that. So it went to the Supreme Court. So they're trying to say they're infringing on the rights of people to carry arms. So, okay, I understand I'm in a free state and I don't need any permit or anything to carry my guns. I don't. In Jersey, they so-called have a permit for you to carry, but it will never be an okay. They're always going to deny you to carry in Jersey. You can't. It's impossible. I don't care who you are.
This is just how I feel about just the whole situation in a whole. I'm very divided because I don't believe that people's rights to bear arms should be so controlled that you won't even be able to purchase a gun whether you have a permit or not. Now, do I think a crazy person should be able to get a gun? No. But at the end of the day, if that person passes this background check and they say, okay, yeah, you could go ahead and buy a gun, but this person is mentally ill, it doesn't stop this person from going out to commit a crime.
It doesn't. It doesn't stop any criminal.
I'm not. If it was a way where if you purchase a gun and you commit a crime with that gun, then a better solution to that. Whereas, okay, as long as I get exactly, I can still purchase a gun and go commit crimes.
I get exactly what you're saying, but that's the problem. So you putting all these laws on me, right? And I'm just gonna say that. You putting all these laws on me, but guess what? The dude that don't care about them laws, they still gonna have those ghost guns. They still gonna have those ARs. They still gonna have those magazines. But I can't do it because I'm scared of getting locked up. You get what I'm saying? And then you impose a tax on me. So now I gotta pay extra just to have the guns that I legally had before until these bills came up. So now you getting extra money from me just so I can continue to enjoy myself with whatever the fuck I do. But then guess what? That criminal, he could still go in anywhere and shoot the place up. You think a 5 or 10 round magazine limitation is gonna stop a dude from getting a 30 round magazine that don't give a fuck about a damn law? No, it'll stop us though, because we ain't about to get locked up. That's all I'm trying to say.
I was just looking up something. I'm sorry, y'all.
Nah, go. Hey,
All right. So I was just looking. I was trying to look up to find what's actually um, the background check system to purchase a gun. What is it that you have to do to pass?
you gotta fill out a form every time.
Yeah, in the state in New Jersey, you got to fill out the form and send it to the state police.
Yeah, that's in Jersey, but
Yeah.
where I'm at, it goes straight to the ATF. So every form that I fill out, every time I purchase a weapon, regardless of what kind of weapon it is, it gets sent to the ATF. And then the ATF clear me or not. And in Jersey, it's kind of messed up because you got a separate form for a handgun, and you gotta wait like 30 days. You can only get like one handgun a month or something. It's crazy because I remember that. And I was like,
It's
this
something like that. Yeah. You can't
stupid.
get a bunch at one time.
Yeah.
You got to spread it out.
And it doesn't matter, because the reason why I'm saying it doesn't matter is because it's not like you can actually carry it in Jersey. So I'm like, why are you
Going to jail if
restricting
you
that
carry it.
if all you could do is put it in your house? That's it. So where I'm at, once I get approved, I could get 5 or 6 handguns and 3 rifles if I want, because I already been approved. But with Jersey, you gotta wait 30 days. Like, I don't understand that 30 days. So every 30 days, I'm gonna get a handgun. I gotta wait 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so I could get 12 handguns in a year. What is that doing? Versus me getting 12 handguns in 6 months and then getting 12 handguns a year. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Because if you feel like I shouldn't have that, and I'm gonna go ahead and do some stupid shit with it, you still giving me the opportunity to stack my handguns. So that's how come I say that law is stupid in Jersey.
But is it just in Jersey?
Oh yeah, it's in Jersey.
Every state has different laws.
Hold on,
Jersey's probably the most stringent, though.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you exactly where it's at. It's in Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, California, and those are the states you need to stay away from off the top of my head, because they don't like guns at all. But if you think about something, they got the most strictest gun laws, but it's a lot of people getting shot. That's not even being televised. That's not
So
even
basically,
being reported on.
what they're trying to what they're trying to push is a more extensive criminal background check before purchasing a gun. That's
Right.
basically what is they're trying to push, is for that right to be extended to every state, for every state to do an extensive
And it should be a
background check
universal system.
before purchasing a firearm.
Right. And
But think
and
about what
they
you
want
just
the
said.
system to be unilateral across the states, because right now it's not.
But
Yes.
think, yo, Cat, think
Yes.
about what you
Yes.
just said, right?
Yes.
All right, think about what you just said, right? Think in your own mind, right? How much gun violence is going on in Patterson? How much gun violence is going on in Newark? How much gun violence is going on in New York? And you put these measures in place, you think that shit gonna stop? Because it's not the person.
But you're comparing two different instances, though. There's no mass shootings going on over this way like that. That's what the measures are for. It's not for gun violence as a whole, because everything's not in a vacuum. You still gonna have gun violence. So that point, right. You're 100% right.
No, you're right. Everything is not in a vacuum, and I don't want to get into that part. But all I'm saying is these are all inner cities. Right. So there's never going to be, that's the best way I could put it. There's never going to be a mass shooting. If y'all follow what I'm trying to say. And that's the best way I could put it to be nice. So you can only go by the statistics, which is the truth, which is how much gun violence happens with, and my point was, with the strictest states in America. They're the strictest on gun laws. I mean, your governor just motherfucking banned every fucking thing like a year ago. And I'm like, what the fuck? But
if you said, preach, Jay.
No, seriously. And I'm not even being facetious.
No, she's agreeing with what you're saying.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
I'm not being funny, partner.
No. I'm not being funny. But all I'm saying is, if you think about what is real, if you look at what's going on, right? There hasn't been any mass shootings in Jersey that I know of. There hasn't been any mass shootings in New York or Connecticut or whatever that I know of. I don't know. Why? I could be wrong. But all I'm saying is that you put these gun laws in place, and Jersey, New York, Connecticut, fucking California, they got the strictest gun laws out of everybody in America.
And you're 100% right. They have the strictest gun laws in America. You're right. How many mass shootings have we had in those states?
Yeah, but does it stop anything? It doesn't. Because the law-abiding citizens have to abide by that, but the actual criminal does not have to abide by that because they're a criminal. They don't care about a law. You get what I'm saying?
Davida says that we need to ease up on our gun laws in Jersey. We got to be able to protect ourselves.
Definitely. Because if you think about it, like, I ain't even got to get into it because I don't want you to get demonetized or whatever fucking called.
But you definitely could buy guns in New Jersey. You just can't carry
them. But that's the thing. If you in New Jersey, even if you own a gun in New Jersey, you can't use that gun to protect yourself. If somebody broke into your house,
that law does need to be amended.
I'm about to make a good point. So, if you look at Jim Crow, and anybody who just knows about it, I need you to understand that law, right? You look at that and you look at everything throughout this because it has to do with guns. It had nothing to do with hanging black motherfuckers because of whatever. It literally had to do with gun control. You look at that law, people became more civilized after that point, but it's still a racist act. And I'm not saying that to say everybody's racist with gun control. I'm just saying it's a racist act because if you think about it, you're limited, and I agree with both of you what you were saying, but I was just trying to make my point. You're limiting a way for an average citizen to protect themselves legally. So if you do the knowledge with Jim Crow and go throughout the history and this and that and the crack era and everything like that, all of this been put on for people in the inner city. It got nothing to do with people in the rural areas or the country or anything like that because their law has always been their laws. But you get people that never held a gun before, never shot a gun, don't understand the mechanics of a gun or what it's used for, those are the people that's like, yeah, we hate guns. We need more gun control. But they're not understanding the gun control is only limiting people like you. Like if you're going to a parking lot at 4 o'clock in the morning and you got a bunch of dudes by your car and all you have is your fist, how well you think you're going to do with that situation? See, but you can't carry a gun in Jersey.
Oh wait,
So
I'm
you
learning
always
very well
thinking-
because I was taught. I took lessons under Leroy from Last Dragon. So
But all I'm saying, my point is,
that
you're
close?
going, your first thing is like, okay, I'm gonna call cops. Guess what? They're not gonna show up in time. Your ass gonna get beat the fuck up and probably dead by the time they show up.
All right.
Oh.
So I'm looking. I'm sorry, Jay. I don't mean to cut you off, baby.
No,
but
no, go ahead.
I'm
go ahead.
looking at the NRA website.
Don't
And
look at the NRA. Don't look.
I
And I'm gonna
just-
tell
I'm
you
just-
why. No.
let me
I'ma tell you
finish.
why.
I
No,
already
no.
looked at it and I'm about to repeat it.
Okay, you can do that, but I'm gonna tell you why.
All
I
right.
am not
So,
an NRA supporter. I am
Okay.
not.
all right.
But go
Okay.
ahead. But go
Now,
ahead. You know.
per the NRA, they are saying, well, they already explained. I already explained to y'all what gun control was. So, what it says is federal gun control legislation like the Gun Control Act of 1968 and the Brady Handgun Violence Prevention Act of 1993 created nationwide requirements that made it more difficult to obtain a firearm. These laws have been in place for decades, and by now the evidence is crystal clear that gun control doesn't work. Some of the key reasons are criminals don't obey gun control laws. Criminals overwhelmingly obtain their firearms through illegal channels and will not be deterred by state and federal laws. That's why background checks have virtually no impact on criminals.
It doesn't.
The
that
vast
I agree
majority of
with.
criminals
It
obtain their firearms through other means, including illegal underground sales,
Yep.
bought, borrowed, traded, or rented from friends or family,
Yep.
the gun, purchased by another individual for them, they stole
Yep.
it from their victims from a scene of a crime.
And
Yep.
that's why we need background and tracking in place for
Criminals
all
who go
those
through
reasons.
criminals who go through illegal avenues to obtain firearms aren't going to submit to a background check while doing so. So
Nope.
ultimately, only law-abiding citizens will be impacted by expanded background checks.
I agree with that. That's totally true. I agree with that.
Let me finish. And it also says if criminals did submit to background checks, we've seen that these checks aren't effective at stopping those who intend to use guns to commit crimes. So basically,
So they say all that to say what? Because how do we deter that then?
they saying that a person with no criminal history walks into a store to buy a gun, they're going to use to commit a crime. A background check most likely is not going to stop them.
So
It's not.
what's going to stop them?
It's not.
Okay. What's going to stop them?
So they said that. Wait, I'm getting to it. They said that the solution is crime control.
That's what it is.
They said the solution is crime control. The simplest solution is crime control,
That is the most
enforcing existing laws aimed at criminals who carry and use firearms to commit their crimes.
Exactly, because they're always
but
repeat
that's
offenders.
contradictory. You just said
That's
that they're
not
going to do whatever they
contradictory.
want to do to get them. So now you're saying, in order to deter that, we have to identify the laws on the books and enforce them.
No,
what they say
no,
is
that's not what it said. That's not what it said. It's
What is it
saying
saying?
that if you got a guy in there for a gun crime and then he gets out of jail, you need to know he needs to be put on a list. or this guy needs to be put on a list because he's 9 times out of 10 going to commit the same crime.
But y'all just said that background checks only work for law-abiding people. If a person is a criminal and they trying to obtain, if a person is a criminal and they trying to obtain a gun, they're gonna bypass that, right? So how do we know?
You gotta keep in touch with the criminal. That's what I understood out of what she read. It's saying that instead of going after the law-abiding citizens, what you need to do is who got locked up for a gun crime, and that's
so basically, because I just finished reading what they meant by crime control.
Yeah, but he is an inhibited person. That means you need to keep control of the inhibited persons.
How do you control a person that's gonna? How do you control a person that has a gun charge? How do you know that they're gonna go out and get a gun through regular means? Just like in Patterson,
they can't get a gun through regular means.
You don't know where they're getting them from.
They can't.
They not. But this is.
They can't walk into a store.
What they're saying.
Hello. They can't do it because they're
not getting them from the stores now.
Hello. Hi, people.
Hi.
What they are saying is that crime control, what they mean by crime control is the same way that they did with the drug dealers. Before, drug dealers wasn't getting as much time as they are getting now. So they're saying the same things about a gun. If you're caught with a gun or you have committed a crime with a gun, your sentencing is going to be longer.
I don't agree with that.
That's the point I'm trying to raise.
They're saying to impose more lengthier sentences against criminals who are carrying firearms illegally.
I don't agree
legally
with that.
Or illegally.
Only because
it's got to be illegally. But
that's what criminals.
How do we know? How do they know? You know what I'm saying? You got to get caught after the fact.
You will get
caught. We're talking about taking preventative measures. We're not talking about after the fact. We want to stop babies from getting killed.
Okay, yeah.
But you're not going to stop somebody from killing somebody.
Yeah, you can't take preventative measures.
So what they're saying,
you can't do
what they're saying on the NRA website is bullshit.
That's just like you say we want to stop people from getting shot in the street. What
can't do that.
What is it that you can actually do that's going to stop people from getting shot in the street?
What they're saying, it don't work and hasn't worked.
Well, here
that's
it
my
says it
point.
did work.
It's not working. People still buying guns, still buying rifles.
I'm saying the crime control part. They said
that's bullshit.
Well, that's what they say.
All right, let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. How many legal guns kill people? How many legal people who own guns kill people?
Who can quantify that?
Oh, I can quantify that.
You can quantify how many legal guns kill people?
Yes. I can tell you how many people actually murdered somebody in self-defense that had a legal right to own a gun because they was protecting their life.
Based on what statistics, though? You know, it's too many variables to go into that. But go ahead, I'm indulging.
Yeah, national. Now, how many people lost their lives that wasn't a self-defense measure?
Huh?
Well, it basically says that New York and Chicago have the most strictest gun laws, and they have the highest crime.
Exactly. So it ain't working.
They said those two states have the strictest laws, and they have the highest crime rate.
So it simply ain't working. They said gun control in Chicago became the most murderous city in the country.
And they have the strictest gun laws.
But
that's only because the gun laws are to regulate.
That's how Derek is all the time, baby. He just like that.
What are you talking about?
Because Day made a comment about you. Let me just read Day comment. She says lengthy doesn't mean forever. They'll get out and do it again. Better yet, they already out here breeding killer machines as it is. Moral of the story is give us the tools to protect ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then she said that the deacon is taking me out, laughing my ass off. He is done here. I know,
So-
Day. It's a every Tuesday thing, girl.
So listen, you can literally look this up. All I'm gonna say is, let's go over to Australia, where they banned all guns years ago, right? Years ago. Are there still mass shooters in Australia? Absolutely. Are they still killers in Australia? Absolutely. But you don't have the right to own a gun in Australia at all. All the guns are totally banned in Australia. Kind of what this voodoo nigga did, whatever the fuck his name is, in Canada, which is fucked up. Like, you can't own a gun, so that means that the criminal got the upper hand on me.
When's the last time Australia had a mass shooting?
About 6 years ago. And
21.
it was a
20,
camp.
25 years ago.
No, it was about 6 years ago. It was a camp that had a bunch of kids in it, and a dude came in there and massacred a lot of fucking kids. And you can look this up. They even made a movie about it. It was about 6,
I'm
8
looking
years
it up
ago.
right now.
Yeah, it was about
Australia
6, 8
marks
years
the
ago.
25th anniversary of the country's 25 years since mass shooting. And that was after, and immediately after they actually changed their gun laws. So I'm saying it could be done.
1996.
That was what?
1996. The Port Arthur massacre.
All I'm saying
that's a
is
massacre. Hold up,
could
that's
be
a
done.
massacre. But if you look up, if they still have gun crimes, you will find they still have gun crimes.
But not to the tune of where it was, because they changed their laws.
But
That's
it
all I'm
doesn't
saying.
matter. That's the point I'm trying to make. They are not allowed legally to own any guns, but yet people are still getting shot. How is that possible? If the laws prevent,
Do we know
getting shot.
the ratio of how many? Not the ratio. Do we know how many gun violence incidents like per capita over there after they changed the law? Because I gotta be honest with you.
So this is the slow down people getting shot in the head instead of totally stopping it.
All right.
That's
Can I
saying.
say
you
I'm gonna
just said
put
that
this.
you're never gonna be able to stop it, right?
Okay, listen.
You're never gonna be able to stop it.
Listen, I'm gonna throw some of these statistics up that that I bounced up off of the NPR website.
The
And
what?
Basically,
The what website?
It says 100 people are killed by guns in the United States every day. 12 children die every day from gun violence in the United States. 950 school
That's coming from the NRA.
P.
The who?
NPR.
Oh, NPR.
School shootings since Sandy Hook, including 27 school shootings so far in just this year. 18 to 21 peak ages for violent offenders with firearms. The ages are 18 to 21. 8 million AR-15s in circulation.
I think it's more than that.
Well, that's what they're saying right now.
Yeah, I believe
That's
it's more
still a
than that.
fucking lot, though.
That's not a lot.
How many? You said 8 million are in circulation now.
Are in circulation. 8 million are in circulation right now.
Well, 8 million ain't a lot because I don't know the population of America alone, but what's the population of America?
If you compare the population of our country to 8 million, it is a drop in the bucket because obviously there's way more people here.
Yeah, but I just want
That
to
ain't
know,
even-
They're
like,
saying
how
that
many people are
79% of murders involve a firearm. And less than 1% of people who defend themselves with their guns in violent crimes is less than 1%.
because we not stupid. We know if we buck you, we got a whole bunch of shit to deal with. That's the thing between the gun owner and the criminal. The criminal don't give a fuck. But we ain't stupid.
Well, actually, I'm gonna put. I did post this. I posted this on my social media page that there was a woman. I can't remember what state this was in. I will have to go back to my my Facebook page to see it.
I already know what you're talking about.
It was
She
a
was
woman
a good
who
guy with a gun.
shot and killed
Yeah.
a guy
Yep.
that came shooting at somebody was having a graduation party.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
came speeding through the parking lot, and
Yep.
they asked him to slow down. So he left, and he came back with a rifle gun
Yep.
and started shooting at the kids at the
With a
party.
rifle gun.
So there was
Hold on,
a
with a
person.
rifle
It was a person that was at the party that had
With a
a gun,
rifle gun. Hold on.
and she took it.
Hold on. You said with a rifle gun.
She killed him.
She
They
took the
didn't
gun away
charge
from him and
her.
killed him with his own shit.
No, she had her own gun, and she shot
Yeah.
and killed him. She shot and killed the man that was shooting at the kids.
She
And
went to jail for that?
No, she didn't. No charges.
No.
Because
Oh,
she
no,
had a
that's what
legal.
that-
Because she had a legal firearm. It wasn't. It
No.
wasn't an illegal gun.
No.
She had a legal
No.
firearm.
That's in one of the.
No.
That's one of the few situations where
No. Say
it
what
works.
it is. No, say what it is. Because like Jersey, New York, Connecticut, whatever, those are retreat states. When you come to states like where I'm at, we stand our ground. So we don't get charged for defending ourselves. But if you're in Jersey and you actually got a legal gun, you can't use it. You got to run into the house and call 911 and get shot up. You know what I'm saying? Like, say what it is. She was
Well,
in the state where she could
I'm gonna
say
tell
her
you
breath.
what state
Well,
this
in
was
Australia says that you don't have to. You didn't have to give up your gun, complete gun ownership. You had to give a reasonable reason why you're obtaining a gun license. The law.
This happened in West Virginia.
The Australian
Okay.
law. The Australian
West
law
Virginia is
says
not a retreat state, so she got that
Okay.
off. That's what she was
Oh,
supposed to do. The law worked in her favor.
No. But Derek, does that sound familiar? That sounds like the state you live in.
no, but they don't.
No, but does that sound familiar? Like
Right,
you
but
can never
You
get
do have to give. You do have to give a reason in order to get a
right,
gun
but
over here.
personal protection is not a reason. In
No,
Australia, you
no.
can't use.
We're not talking about a New Jersey
I don't think you can.
driver
I don't think
license.
personal protection
where
over
it
here is a
is-
reason either. Though.
Hold on, wait. We're not talking about a New Jersey driver license where it's a privilege. This is our Second Amendment human rights. I ain't gotta give you shit. This is my right. I shouldn't have to give you shit to say I wanna fucking carry a gun.
But the problem is the reason why you don't have to give me it to carry a gun is the reason why so many people are being gunned down and their guns are legal. They're not illegal. The guy.
But what if it is that I just want a gun for my own protection in my own home? I shouldn't be denied to have that right.
All right, so let's talk about this. Let's jump here then. How many homicides, not homicides, but how many accidental deaths or accidental shootings have been done to children in their own home because of a gun that somebody owned?
Less than 1%.
But what does
That was on
Less,
legal.
no,
so
less than
therefore
1%.
because
Less than 1%.
a person who did own a gun was irresponsible with their gun because it tells you what to do with your gun when you do purchase
But that's
one.
my point. But
No.
That
Y'all
is-
hold on, Jay. Hold on, Jay.
Y'all missing the whole point.
You're
You gotta
stopping
go
my
through the whole
rights
thing.
for a
No,
person
you
that's
gotta
not
go
like
through
that.
the whole thing.
Hold on.
You
But
gotta
here's-
say, was
here's
it
the
a
point.
gun owner that did that? If it was a gun owner, they wouldn't have did that. But was it somebody in the hood that had a gun and just left it under a couch?
Nah, I know plenty.
That's the
I know
difference.
plenty of
That's
suburbias
the
that have had a
difference.
gun in
Nah, this happened in
they
suburbia.
office,
No,
and their
that's the
kids got a
difference.
hold of it and blew themselves away playing with the fucking gun.
But
So it
here's
ain't
the
about
point.
hood and all that shit. No.
But that's but no. Okay, so this is my thing. I'm
But here's
supposed
the
to
point.
pay.
Hold
Wait,
on.
I'm supposed to pay the price for what somebody else do.
That's how it always. That's always how.
But is that right?
But
I
that's
should
right.
be-
all
I
right.
can't get a gun.
You could
I can't-
also
I
apply
can't
that
get a
to
gun.
you could also
I
apply
can't-
that to
wait.
driving,
I
like Jay
can't
said.
purchase-
I was about
I
to just
can't-
say that. I was just about to say that.
For
I was
myself
just about to
to
say that.
protect my
That's
home.
that. But Kat, that's the
you
same
could
thing.
apply that
You
to
can say,
driving.
the same thing you
Like-
can say about somebody wearing a seatbelt.
Right.
I never
right.
got in an accident and was kicked out and kicked from my car seat because of the accident. So I shouldn't be held responsible, or I shouldn't have to
Or
pay
I
the
shouldn't
price.
get no ticket
because
for
other
riding
people
without a
got thrown out
seatbelt.
the car. It's
But
not
that's
the
your right.
point
If you
is-
choose,
the
if
point
you choose
is
not to put that damn
if
seatbelt on
enough-
and you get caught, that's on you.
if enough people,
So if your
the
child
incident
gets a
happens
hold of
enough,
your gun, plays with your loaded gun, and blows himself away, whose fault is that?
That's the thing.
That's his
Yes, that
fault.
would be my fault if my
No.
son.
No.
It would be my
That's-
fault if my
that's-
child picked up my weapon.
But that's
in
why
my
they
home
put
to
laws
shot
in
himself.
place to protect people from the same
Let me
fate.
finish. Let me finish. If that did happen, I would be the one responsible for that, and I would be the one getting in trouble. But that
Y'all
doesn't
doing
mean
a
that
lot
the
of-
next person who buys their gun legally and wants it in their home, they should still be able to do so and be responsible enough to put that gun away. I shouldn't be stopped because somebody else was being irresponsible. That has nothing
Hey,
to do
quick
with
question,
me.
Jay. When you storing your weapons, do you follow the same ordeal that we got to follow? Like you got to keep it locked with behind two locks, like a gun.
Hold on. No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at what you're saying. seriously, and I'm
Seriously?
I'm gonna simply answer fuck no. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what I do is I have 3 safes.
Okay.
I have gun safes, but in my house, I have a gun behind my couch. I have a gun under my fucking table, and I have a gun in my bedroom.
He was not bullshitting.
Because let me tell you, you come in my motherfucking house, I ain't gonna be caught off guard, sleepy and everything. I'm like, yo, you done. Like that's it. You get what I'm saying?
That's just to me.
Yeah.
That just don't make no sense to me. You should be able to have a firearm in your home because that's just like a police officer. If a police officer has a gun and he leaves his gun out and his son shoots himself, that means no.
He
Okay,
getting
no one
charged.
can have
Hold
guns.
on, let
He
me
getting
finish.
charged.
Hold on,
Exactly.
Hold
And a regular person that does the same thing should get charged, but that shouldn't
They
take
get
away the
charged
right
too.
of another
Hold
person.
on.
That
But
should
can
not
I
take the right
finish?
of
Hold
another
on,
Yeah,
person
they
hold
get
on.
charged too.
Hold on. Yo, Cat,
in their own home.
Cat, can I finish? Let me finish answering the question. So the difference between me and somebody with kids in the house, I don't have kids in my house.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm an adult.
Right.
So if I had kids in my house, yes, absolutely, all of my guns would be locked up.
Oh,
But
hello,
I
Mr.
would
Pearson.
keep a gun. Hold on, Cat. But I would keep a gun in my drawer like I do now. And I would teach my kid never touch that fucking drawer. Don't
So-
even open it. Don't even look at it.
So I hear what you're saying, and I agree with everything you said, especially the kid part.
Yes, absolutely.
But what I was trying to get at is if the law for storing your firearms is similar to the way we have to store them here. I get that you can
no.
carry, but
No.
in the state
No.
of New Jersey, you gotta have a gun safe, and you have to
Yeah.
put that gun safe in another closet or something that also locks. So it has to be
God
behind,
damn,
locks.
seriously?
it has to be behind
Yeah.
2 locks. Only reason why I
No,
know
for
that
real?
grandma's a sheriff's officer,
Yes.
and she used to
Yeah.
have her weapon at home.
Oh,
be behind 2 locks.
wow. Yo, how do they expect you to protect yourself if a dude come in,
So
hopped
and
off
and,
a
and,
crap or
and that's
whatever?
why I say it should be harder to get rifles, but some of the laws should be relaxed. I agree with that, because if somebody come in my house, and I've known people that live on second floor co-ops and stuff like that, they don't got backyards. So if we in a retreat state and you come in my house blasting, I'm asked out. That's the only reason why I asked.
You
Some
gotta
of the laws
jump out
need to
the
be
window.
relaxed.
I get it, and it's fucked up.
And that's what
Like,
they say, and it's
I
fucked
really
up.
feel bad. Like, it's fucked up. You gotta jump out the window, break your legs, and still had a dude kill you. I get
Exactly. You
Yeah,
might
I
jump
get
out
it.
the window with a bullet already in your ass.
it. Yo, I get it. I get it. But no, where I'm at, not only can I tote my pistols openly in my car, and I've been stopped by cops, and they seen my pistol. They ain't even trip, because up here, unlike Jersey, New York, Connecticut, and all the motherfucking states, when they stop you, they don't look in your car. They can't. You have to have a warrant to look anywhere besides my face. So if you're looking for something, or you smell something, or this and that and the third, which warrants a closer look into my car, you can't do that. You have to literally hold me there until you get a warrant. And 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be like, yo, let him go. We ain't got no problem cause for a warrant. See, Jersey people don't understand that, because once you get stopped, you already know you getting drug out the car and your car being searched, even though you ain't doing nothing. So whenever I got stopped where I'm at, I literally got my pistols on my front seat, my back seat. I keep 3 pistols in my car, just in case somebody got it like I got it. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a fight. Like, you always got to be prepared. And the cops don't say shit about my shit up here. So if a cop comes to my house asking for something, they can, like in Jersey, they can literally like go in. But up here, you can't come in my house. You can't come on my property without me saying, okay, I'll allow you on my property. You got that badge, you got that gun, you got that uniform, but guess what? You already know I got a gun, and I'm going to use it because I feel threatened. I don't care who you are. And that's the law up here. That's how come cops don't trip, because they know they could get shot and it could be self-defense. Not like Jersey or New York or Connecticut or California, where if you attempt to do self-defense against the police officer, you're automatically fucked. But up here, they actually go through a judicial system where they're like, well, did you go on this man's property? Did he invite you? You know, 98% of us up here got guns. So if I feel threatened, this is what my reaction is going to be. So, yeah, you're not 9 times out of 10 going to get locked up.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So the thing is, I live in Jersey all my life. I was born and bred there. Patterson. I got into guns. I had guns. Niggas was like, how the fuck did you get this shit? Because niggas wasn't educated. They was like, yo, you got AKs, you got ARs, you got this and the third. And I'm like, yo, it's legal.
Jay.
Yeah.
Jay.
Yeah.
One of the viewers is asking, what state do you live in?
I live in a free state, baby.
You don't disclose that information.
That's the state I live in, a free state.
All right, I just want to point this part. I want to point this part out too. In 2021, they established the law. The law is 8567, and says that the bill that it was established improper storage of a firearm that will result in access of a firearm, or if a minor accesses a loaded firearm. the law requires that there will be penalties to the gun owner. The bill requires that the legal owner of a firearm to store a firearm that is not in use or is unloaded in a safe or securely locked box or container. If the first time is violated, you're sentenced to 10 to 40 hours of community service. The second offense would be disorderly persons offense, which is 6 months and a fine of $1,000. And if you get caught again or it happens again, you get up to 5 years.
Cat,
And
did you understand the language? Hold on, Cat.
You
Did
will
you
be
understand the
prohibited from
language that you
purchasing,
just said?
owning, possessing, or controlling a firearm.
Cat, did you understand the language you just said?
What you mean? Did I understand? Yes, I understood it.
Okay, so that resonates to me as you just trying to get money. Because you giving me all these
I'm assuming.
Hold on. You giving me all these chances. I gotta pay these fines. I'm not getting locked up.
I'm assuming he says I'm assuming
that
Jay is from Vermont or Maine because those are the free states.
No, Vermont is fucked up because, and I'm not gonna say why. Vermont was good, but they got fucked up because New York and New Jersey came up here and became part of that house. But that's all I'm saying on that. So Vermont's fucked up right now, and Maine is following. Because Maine, Vermont were good states to own guns. But New York, New Jersey came up here sitting on them fucking senates, and that's what the fuck happened. And I'm not political at all. But all I'm saying is that's what I saw.
I'm hot, y'all. All right, everybody. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank y'all for joining the conversation. Our hour is up. We actually went over our hour. We can talk about this all day, fight, debate, throw out statistics, do the hokey pokey, turn ourselves around.
Hey, hold on.
This is always going to be an issue. This is always going to be a problem.
Yo, just remember, keep your strap. Keep your strap.
This is always going to be a problem. Gun control versus people's rights to carry and bear arms is going to always be a problem. It's going to always be a situation.
It always was.
Until people can people can actually come together and come up with sensible solutions to the problem, it's going to always be an issue. So in that case, we are leaving. Justin, do you have anything to say before we sign?
I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head. We got to be sensible and shit. I just feel bad. My heart goes out to people, man, that get caught up in the bullshit, man, about gun laws and stuff like this, man. But we just live in an archaic ass country, man. A lot of these laws they have don't do enough. And as you see, a lot of the people, it's sad because sometimes, and more times than not, especially in current events, it seems like the children be the ones that get caught up in the crosshairs. You know, we should be making it like harder for people to do stuff like that. We should be doing what we got to do to make sure these kids are protected.
But I want to just say this: in the instance of the Texas killing, that wasn't. I believe that just has something to do with the police not going in there doing what they were supposed to do because they were alerted way before that man started shooting.
They wasn't alerted.
So
they actually had a gunfight with the dude before his truck died, and they followed him in the school. But I ain't gonna get that.
They followed him to the school, and then they thought that it was some kind of hostage shit, so they waited 40 minutes. Meanwhile, he was in there just doing him. But even I'm talking about we the most recent one was Texas, but think about Buffalo too. Wasn't nobody chasing him. Buffalo was fucked up. Buffalo was fucked up. I literally saw the video. He screamed.
This is what's gonna get them on the times. That was a hit. I'm telling you, they wanted
Yeah,
that.
that's a hate crime. That was a hate crime. But
No, that
like I
was a
said, like I said, we are gonna always debate on
that was
it. It's gonna always be a debate about guns rights, gun laws. It's always be a debate. But we can't continue to debate it tonight. So the hour is up.
Not tonight.
Not tonight. We are debated enough tonight. We got to go to bed. The sister got to go to work in the morning.
Right.
So, but I do thank everybody for tuning in. We will be here again next week, same time, same place, same crazy ass people up here. Y'all can watch Derek fall asleep and everything on the next Candid Conversation. Yeah. Love everybody.
I feel judged. I feel judged, and I will not be on next week's Candid Conversation.
I love you, Derek. I love you, Derek. I love Derek, y'all. And Derek know I love him, but I had to get him. So thank y'all for joining us. God bless and good night.
Good night.
I think we are out.